Hello, Don Hall back with another how-to video, and I am in Taos, New Mexico with my bestest bud, Caron Bressan, also known as Crash Pixie, and she's going to show us how she makes these cool little fairy doors.
Hi, I'm Caron Bressan, aka Crash Pixie, and today we're going to talk about how to make whimsical fairy doors. So I start out with a pretty basic slab. I work about 1/8 of an inch. If you don't want to be that brave and be that thin in your work, I would recommend 1/4 of an inch. And then I start out with some very basic patterns. Today we'll use this one and just kind of, cut out your slab. So that's kind of my starting pieces that we start with as far as the slabs go. All right, now that we have that all cut out and set aside to set up, we are now going to make, as you can see here, some of the little decoration pieces that we're also going to pre-make to set aside to set up. So to make the witch's hat, I use actually the measurement from my rolling pin to get the circle built out. And then I create just a basic triangle. The taller the hat, the taller the triangle. The wider the triangle, the thicker the hat. But I just eyeball it. And then the next process I go through is to curl it in upon itself. Little slip. It's always good in these moments. And then I start to shape within this process, giving it the character that I want it eventually to have. And I like to leave the little tail on it because it gives it a little grace to the hat. Then, make the edges nice on your circle. Score and slip. And attach. Now in this attachment, before I attach to the actual door, I will go through a process of cleaning this up, giving the tilt of the hat that I want, adding any additional little decoration to the hat if I want to add a little hat band or give this a little more of a twist. And then you just set it aside. Next, I'll make the broom. First, I start with just a little piece of clay that I mold into a shape. We'll get this one a little fancy on top. And smooth it out. And then I will set that aside to set up as well. And then the way I make the broom bottom is I like a curve. So I normally use my circle of my hat. And I come down and I make a little dress. And then I cut open the dress. And I like to have them varied lengths. It gives it kind of an interesting look. And then this is a little dance I always do. I fold it in and I scrunch. And that gives it the broom look. And then I set that aside to set up until attachment. Through the power of the internet, we're on to the next step. So when I work really fragile, I like to pre-make pieces and get them to a state in leather hard that it's really easy to manage them. Pick them up and move them without hurting them. And then I begin an assembly process of getting together the look. So first I do some decoration. These are ifuti cutters from your kitchenware store. And I use them to do not only patterns, but also give little windows to my pieces. And they're just a great addition to your hand building tool set. So then what I do is I start the assemble process. And one of the things that you'll hear over and over from myself and other potters, and this is especially true if you work really fine, thin slab building, is score and slip. And then make sure to, you know, back up that scoring and slipping with a little bit of a piece of clay. You know, we all need a little extra support in our lives. Why not give it to your slabs too? And then finally, I'll add the additional pieces, as well as the wood pattern, which is just very organic lines following kind of the basic concept. All right, now that we've had a chance for all of our small pieces and door to set, we're going to attach them to the door. So remember, these pieces are incredibly fragile, and you want to put some support as you score and slip and arrange. I always like to kind of find an angle with my brooms, like maybe off the edge a little bit on that one. Gives it kind of an ethereal look. Or perhaps, ooh, I kind of like that with the hat underneath. So we'll go that way. So a lot of my tools and techniques are improvised and made up along the way. So then, again, stabilize. Whoop. Okay. So this is a stage of really stable, whoop, almost greenware. And it breaks really easy, as you can see. But we can reattach. That's the best part about this state, is you can always reattach. And you don't get the nickname crash without reason. But luckily it's always my own ceramics. Ooh, a bigger tiny lump. Stability. And then there are much better ways to score and slip than what I am showing you. And there we are.
Right. Wow, well, thanks, Caron. That was really cool. Really cool. Thank you.